Richard Layzell, and this is my response to the workshop question about the relationship with galleries and socially engaged practice for the Demanding Conversations conference. Well, it's like it's nice to be in and it's nice to be out. It's all very lovely. It's kind of you hold hands and you want to take your hand away, and really both are good. But it's kind of somewhere between the middle as well. And what is a gallery anyway? Is a gallery a construct? And from the gallery's point of view, is it hip and happening? And what's the commission on sales? Then there's the Canadian model, which is always very artist-led, which feels so nice and comfortable. And by the way, you'll be working with our education officer, not the curator. And can you measure the impact? Can you demonstrate the impact for us? Well, no, yes, I mean, it's really, really interesting work, very sort of, socially engaged. Don't mention community art, by the way, leave that out. Community art, do not use that phrase. And you think, wouldn't it be just amazing to make a sculptural piece for visually impaired people? A wall maybe, back then, when you're just graduating, and strangely, many years later, it actually happens as a completely different piece, and it's seen by 100,000 people across the UK. Still proud of it. Well, it's in Venice. Oh, was it Istanbul? No, in the Rio favelas. Really cool. And I'm going to have conversations with people. I'm going to talk to people. And I'm going to grow wheat and harvest the wheat and take it to a traditional flour mill, and I'm going to bake bread from the flour in a handmade oven that I'm going to make in the field where the wheat was grown, and I'm going to invite people to eat the bread with me afterwards, and I've got the backing of a gallery to help promote this. And I'm going to grow runner beans all over the city without telling anybody. But I'm complaining to the council. No one consulted me about this being put right here opposite my house. Nobody asked me. So you're an artist. That's nice. What do you paint? Watercolours? And you're a sculptor. So what do you sculpt? Chisel, is it? And then there's the career trajectory for curators. No, she's moved on. She's at Tate Liverpool now. And the story of Chisenhale Gallery, where I still have a studio. And the gallery was developed by the artist when the studio was converted. And then, of course, a very significant curator moved in, and I supported this happening. And it became an international gallery of high repute. And the artists there now, well, they don't really show there anymore at all. There's not really a space for them. Don't get me started. But anyway, it's all social sculpture, really. We've got Joseph Boyce to thank for this. We're a little concerned about the impression you're giving of us as a council to the people, so we'd like you to change this video in the following places. And then there's this parallel existence that I have with my life as a facilitator and how I work with people as an artist. Maybe it's all the same thing. Where do you place yourself? You do want to make a contribution. Now, I think I'd like this work to be shown in a shed. Does that make the shed into a gallery? It depends on the context, of course, and the labelling and the marketing. Have you seen that piece where he got all the residents of the shantytown to colour their walls different shades of blue? Just great. And those photos of it will sell, even in this market, trust me. I'd like the educational work to lead the gallery work. Would you like to do something for our family room? We've got a little bit of money aside for that. Look at your audience, expand your audience. Public money, the public. Jubilee Arts in West Bromwich will be rebranded as the public. And there's a story there, which is too long to tell just now. The community engagement. You must meet our community engagement manager, our head of public programmes, our head of community partnerships and regeneration. I think that's where your work is best placed. Write about it, please. We need a case study. I mean, your work is not sufficient. We need to make this into a broader case study, and we might be able to find a bit of money for that. We're an art gallery, after all. And why should people recognise this as art? Why should they? Why would they know? This is China. You will need to get permission. This is China. You're a foreigner. I think you can get away with it. We understand you want to work with young people in Shanghai. We have to protect the image of Expo. We have to protect our young people. Please sit down. There are 4 of us here to ask you some questions, Mr. Layzell. Thank you.